Ah, it finally happened! The Dungeons and Dragons Transformers crossover! I knew it was only a matter of time.
Hey, what's up, YouTube land? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Voyager class Predaking. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So there it is, there's Predaking looking all Predaking, and oh look, he's on the box too, oh look at that. On this side of the box, you got a nice piece of artwork there of Predaking. On the other side of the box, you have that same piece of artwork. You got his tech specs, and you have his bio, if you want to read it. And of course, on the back, you have your obligatory product shots, and you know how all that works. So, that's it for that. And moving right along. So here is Predaking, the leader of the Predacons, in his dragon mode, and this looks really freaking cool. I moved this spike. I knocked it over with the box. But here he is in his dragon mode, and he looks awesome. Simply awesome. Very cool dragon mode. Loving it, loving it, loving it. So happy to finally have this guy. I'm getting close here on the dragon noggin. Very nice sculpt. Really cool. On the mouth, you know, the jaw can open and close. If you can get in there. Open your mouth! You can see in there. And all these little spikes here are made of that softish plastic, so you don't poke your eyes out. So you have that. But just some very nice detailing going on here. Very well done. I really like the way this guy came out. Very, very cool. And he has a whole bunch of, I'm assuming, Cybertronian markings all over him. I'm assuming they're Cybertronian markings. He even has them on the wings. Have some more of those markings going on. Just molded all around. Very cool. Nice molding here on that tail, which will become a sword in robot mode. But yeah, really, really cool. Articulation in dragon mode. Shoulders can rotate. They can go in and out. They can swivel. You have your joint right here, your elbow joint, and these claws can move. And of course, this will become his arms in robot mode. The rear legs can swivel. They have a little bit of outward movement, and they bend at this joint here. And his little toes, his little claw toes. You have some pivoting action going on there. The head, the neck can swivel at this joint, and head can pivot at this joint right here. It can pivot at this joint, and it can also pivot at the base of the head, like that. And even his, well, I was going to call it his hair. I'll call it his hair just for the sake of calling it his hair. His hair is also on a joint, so you can move that around if you want to give him a different hairstyle. Sometimes he feels like wearing it up. Sometimes he feels like wearing it down. Just depends what kind of mood he's in. You know how it works. But yeah, you can get his head pretty expressive and get that going. So, yeah. Nicely done. And of course the wings, they're jointed here, and they're also jointed here. So you can get the wings in some various positions. Me personally, I just like to take them and kind of just bring them into the body like this. I think it looks, I just think it looks best that way. But of course, you can angle those however you want. It's your toy. You do what you want with it. But yeah, really cool. And for comparison, here he is with Laserback. So you can see how he stacks up with one of his Predacon buddies. And yeah, they look good together. They look good together. Me likes. Yeah. Very, very nicely done. And of course, he does come with his weapons. He comes with his, what are these called? Hydra fire blasters, I believe they're called. And they're basically shaped like little dragon heads. And you can basically pull on this lever, and that will, whoop. It came back to me. because my size comparison, another one of my comparisons was sitting right over there, and it smacked it and made the missile come back to me. Thank you, comparison, thank you. But yeah, basically, you want to pull this lever back, and it will extend that head, and when you push it the rest of the way down, it will fire the missile, which is a neat little gimmick. And sometimes these missiles do have a bit of trouble staying in there. Okay, and you know, some nice detailing going on there. Some nice silver paint apps. They look cool. They look quite cool. And you do get two of them, and they are made so you can link them together like that. And now you have dual Hydra fire blasters. So that's pretty cool. And they'll move in tandem. And almost shoot one right into the litter box. That almost went right into the litter box. Oh, that could have been really bad. You know, I'm just going to, yeah. Just so we don't have any more mishaps. But yeah, there you go. You have your Hydra fire blasters. And of course, you can take them, and they have posts, and there are ports right here on either side of Predaking's dragon head. And you can take them and plug them right in here, like that. So he has the whole three-headed dragon thing going on here. Now, personally, when you have them oriented like this, I don't like the way it looks, because then you have these things sticking out there and kind of cluttering up that space in there. So I like to take them and have them with those gears pointed outward. Just makes things look a little bit cleaner, like that. So there you have that going on, which looks pretty cool. You know, you got the whole three-headed dragon thing going on, which harkens back to another three-headed dragon from our past. I think they knew what they were doing. Yeah, it looks really cool. Unfortunately, you can't link them together in dragon mode, because they're just a bit too far apart to link them together. You can kind of, sort of, but then they just end up kind of, yeah, doesn't really work like that in dragon mode, unfortunately. But there you have that whole thing. I'm glad they did away with the stupid Powerizer, badly executed LED thing, and just gave them regular weapons. I'm not really a big fan of these weapons either. I probably, most likely, I just won't display him with these. But I'm still happy that they did away with the crappy LED gimmick, because that just did not work at all. But, you know, there you have that. And we'll get down to transformation. So first thing you want to do is you just want to take these wings, just bring them up and bring them forward like that, just to get them out of the way. You want to take this tail, just take it and rip it off, put that to the side. So you have that. Now the majority of the transformation is going to happen here. There's very little transformation going on up here. It's all going to happen right here in the rear section. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this back section here, and it kind of helps if you just grab a hold of these bits here and untab them and bring that up like that. And you're going to take this, bring it out, you're going to rotate it so it's facing this way. Just so you can see, this is going to be the front of his crotch. So basically you want these front portions of the legs facing that way. So once you have it like that, you're going to take this leg, you're going to bring it down, you're going to take these claws, bring them back like that, or are we bringing them forward? No, we're going to leave them like that. We're going to leave them like that. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. You're going to take this little spike right here, you're just going to bring that back. You're going to take the dragon leg, and you're going to bring it into the leg like that. And you'll see here that there is a tab right here that will tab into the slot right here. You'll take that, tab that in, and you'll see there those dragon claws will make up his heel spur. You just bring his toe out, and there you have a leg. Second verse, basically like the first. You're going to take this leg, bring it out, rotate it so it's facing forward. Going to bring the dragon leg down, Now in this case, you are going to take the toes and bring them back. And again, the tab will tab in to the slot right there in the leg. Just bring it in and tab that in like so. Flip out the foot, and there you have his legs. Now you're going to take this section right here and you're going to rotate it so that hollow bit is now facing you. Now once you have all that done, you're going to take the torso and rotate it forward so everything is now lined up. Then we're going to bring up the camera because he's starting to get tall. He's a tall dragon boy. He's a tall dragon boy. Hello, dragon boy. So, once you're here, you're going to do the basic Beast Wars thing of just bring his arms down, bring these claws together to make his hand, orient them properly. You're going to take this black spike here, just take it, bring it back. Second verse same as the first, bring it back, just close that up, orient it, and there you go. You can take these wings now and just bring them down again just to get them out of the way. Now you're going to take this chest piece, you're going to take it, open it up. You're going to take the dragon head at this joint right here, you're going to rotate it, like so. And then you're basically going to tuck the dragon head down, like that, and then rotate this entire section, which in turn will bring up the head. And you're going to tuck the dragon head right into that cavity right there. There you're just going to bring up the chest, and there's a tab right there that'll tab into a slot right there in the chest. And lock that in place. And make sure that dragon head is nice and tucked in there. And you're going to take this piece and bring it up. And what's really cool is they actually cut out some slots right here so that these little spikes can be fed through. Just going to bring it up and you feed those spikes through. And you see how they come through those gaps, which is really cool. Very neat piece of engineering right there to accommodate those spiky spikes. Hey, just get them all straightened out here. Looking all nice and good. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stand up for me now. Yeah, you can bring those wings out. Angle them however you want. And there you have the mighty PREDAKING in robot mode. And he looks really cool. I really do like the way he looks. Now, he does suffer from what the Prime line suffers from is just a little lack of paint. It would have been nice if, you know, more of this shoulder detail had been picked out in paint, some more of this chest detail had been picked out in paint. But he still looks cool. It's still a very nice mold. Head sculpt looks really good. Love that head sculpt. Just looks just fierce and menacing. It's all spiky and spiky and spiky, and I love it because it's spiky. Spiky. Yeah. But yeah, really cool head sculpt. It's got a Predacon symbol right there, tempoed in gold. And he does have some nice detail going on there. Again, would be nice if it was picked out with paint, but still. Very, very cool sculpt. And he does have the knee spikes here, which you can, you know, just bring those out. You can angle these how you want. You can have them sticking out. You can have them, you know, have them sticking up, have them sticking out. However you want. But yeah, he looks really cool. The wings, of course, again, you can angle them how you want. You can leave them down like this. You could bring them up higher and, you know, have him look like he's, you know, like about to take flight or something. Me, personally, I like to leave him down like this just because it makes it look a little more, I don't know, like kind of like a cape of some kind. I just like the way that looks. So, again, totally up to you how you want to display your PREDAKING. Now, articulation-wise, his head can only rotate from side to side. Or you can just rip it off entirely. I'm so sorry. Let me get that back on there. Okay. Sorry. Or you can just totally just rip his head off. Up to you. Again, it's your toy. Do what you want. If you want to rip his head off, go ahead, rip his head off. But anyway, moving right along, his head does rotate from side to side. His arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out. You got your bicep swivel. You got your elbow joint. The wrists are on a ball joint, and again, they can open and close like that. No waist joints. You do lose the waist joint once you clip this back piece in. If you take it out, then you have access to that waist joint. So it's kind of a joint that's dependent on the transformation. Hips can go forward and back. They can go in and out. You have a swivel at the knee, and you also have a knee joint right there. And the feet can, pivot up and down. So, some good posability on this guy, whether or not despite the fact of me ripping his head off. He still has some good posability. And the spikes on his head are made of that soft plastic again, so nobody pokes their eyes out. Now, of course, he can hold his missile launchers. There are ports on either one of his wrists, so you can just take them and plug them in. And it's actually very cool that they actually have this molded so it actually fits the contours of the claws right there, which I thought was a neat little touch. You can take them and plug them in like that. So you can have his blasters, have his dragon heads shooting missiles at people. And also in the instructions, they do tell you that you can, I have to switch them around here. Plug them back in. You can't actually have it. So, if you rotate his arms inward like this, bring them up, you can basically have the two blasters. If I can do this. Come on, man. Work with me, man. Work with me, PREDAKING. Work with me. You can take it and link the two missile launchers together like this. So he has them as like a big double-barreled blaster that he can hold right in front of him. So that's a neat little thing you can do. Again, totally up to you. You have the option. Why not? Dare I say why not? Again, I think they're cool, but I most likely will not display him with these. That's just me. But, yeah, you have that. And, of course, you can take his tail, which, oh, shocker, becomes a weapon. You can take him, open his hand up, and there is a slot right there. And there are tabs on either side, so we can hold it in either hand. You just take it and just feed that in and close his hand up. And you can hold his sword. It's not the most secure connection, unfortunately. It does fall off kind of easy. It's yeah, not the most secure connection. One thing people have figured out is that you can actually take the sword and feed it in to the other side, like this. Just kind of push it in there, because really this slot is smaller than this tab, but you can stretch it out. If you just shove it in there, that didn't sound right at all. I'm so sorry. But, he can hold it like that, and it's much more secure. A much more secure connection. Although it does look kind of weird because it doesn't look like he's really holding it. It looks like he's holding it with his wrist or something. I don't know. So it looks kind of weird. Me personally, I'd probably have him holding it the regular way and just not touch that sword. Because it's just, oh, look, oh, oh. Oh. Oh, man. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. This show was just completely derailed. And I don't know when it happened. I know when it happened. It happened when I started running the camera. But anyway, for comparison, here he is with Laserback. You can see how they match up. There he is with First Edition Prime. As you can see, pretty much, maybe a hair shorter than First Edition Prime. And here he is with the RID version of the Prime mold. So you can see they're pretty much, in this case, I think PREDAKING just is barely taller. Barely. And there he is with Megs. You can see how they look together. And just for the heck of it, here he is, the Scourge. Our other three-headed dragon buddy. So, there you have that. Now, as far as PREDAKING goes, I think he's really cool. I really, really like him. I really dig him. Glad to finally have him. I think he's cool. I think he is really, really cool and definitely worth having. He's a really cool figure. So I would definitely say if you find him, pick him up. I think he's awesome. So I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Voyager class PREDAKING. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Hey, PREDAKING, is it? I figured since, you're gonna be working with us, we should, just sit down and get to know each other. So, what do you like to do? My sole mission is the destruction of the Autobots and all who stand in my way. Yeah, that's good. I like to play Jenga. That's a fun game. Oh, and Soundwave's really good at charades. You should play him sometime. It's fun. He always wins. I don't know how. You like burritos? I never really liked them. I'm more of a quesadilla person myself. Another one of these burrito haters. How the heck are we supposed to work together? This is going to be impossible. What did you say? I said it's going to be great working with you. Woo! This is going to be awesome.